Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And hi everyone. I am Siti Nurhafizah Ahmad from Azman Hashim International Business School, Universiti Teknologi Malaysia. Today I'm going to present my study about current issues and emerging trends of social media effectiveness in volunteer organizations. So I will start my presentation with introduction, current issues of social media effectiveness, emerging trends of social media effectiveness, and lastly, conclusion and future agenda. Okay, this is a introduction of my study. Volunteering and online social networks are social activities. They allow us to contact other people with similar interests, goals, and motivations to learn about them and to have our voices to be heard. Mahatma Gandhi urged us, be the change you want to see in the world. So most of the volunteer organization now has to improve the quality of life each and every day, increasing social capital at the macro level. Social media increases users' social resources and expands their social networks. So social media provides an affordable solution to create and sustain a conversation with a wide range of individuals, increasing the ability of organizations to reach new and all members. So volunteering and social media serve complementary purposes. They provide forums for making friends with common interests, ambitions, and motivations, learning from them, sharing one's beliefs, and engaging with community. Conceptually, through these general publicly accessible social media platforms such as Facebook and Twitter, social media can promote and improve volunteering. So this study investigates how organizations are currently using social media to recruit and retain volunteers in order to understand what is effective. The next is current issues of social media effectiveness. So what is importance of studying social media? Malaysians may rightly take pride in the competence of their social media. With a population of about 31.2 million, the country has some 60 million Facebook users, 6.5 million Instagram users, and at least 3.5 million Twitter users. Considering users' growing reliance on social media, non-volunteer organizations are starting to actively use these technologies in day-to-day business. But to use online social media effectively, volunteer organizations will need to understand the impact on their organization's members. Social media has become further embedded in daily life. Its importance has grown significantly to where they seem indispensable. Younger users, particularly those under 40, expect that organizations are actively using social media such as Facebook and Twitter to reach them, and it's becoming easier and cheaper for organizations to do so. Okay, here is how social media starts in marketing context, from traditional methods to technology. Customer-centric businesses use online social media to join the conversation and make themselves readily available when customers need their products. In the past, business would blast customer with advertisement telling the customer, "You need my product, you must buy it." This approach no longer works as well on customer suffering from information overload. Moreover, trust is crucial for product sales online. This is where customers trust online recommendations. This is because positive online reviews increase product sales. Okay, this study applied the spirit to volunteering because volunteering is a highly social activity on a social media should influence users to consider volunteering and reinforce volunteering, particularly when close personal friends are involved. This study provides guidance for volunteer organizations to understand how online social media impacts recruitment and retention of volunteers. Okay, social media use in volunteer organization. The use of online social media in relation to volunteer is a fairly new area of inquiry. A few studies conducted in this area were case studies of a single organization. Less known are questions of how volunteers view online social media, how volunteers feel about the volunteer organization using online social media, or how online social media impacts volunteers. Online social media can fulfill many different roles and reach volunteers in different ways. Online social media lets users post comments, share photographs, participate in groups and events, play games, and send private messages within their personal networks. Furthermore, an organization plays various roles within its community. Members of the community can connect directly or indirectly to the organization, but the organization only controls communication within its immediate network. With online social media, many people in social networks can be reached instantaneously. So this medium encourages users to comment in return. It means volunteers can see which friends also volunteer, creating a self-reinforcing effect. It's a way for the organization to reach a large community, those with a similar experience and those with an interest in a particular subject. When friends post their volunteering experience on the social media, their information stays in the web for others to see as well. So when both expectation and interactions are good, volunteers report a higher intention to continue volunteering. So volunteer organizations such as event management can use this knowledge to create more effective social media approach to enhance volunteer as well as improve engagement and satisfaction among volunteers. For example, volunteers at major sports events are likely to have previous experience. This can give positive impact to the host community that can be viewed through social media as a continuous effect of tourism benefits such as enhancing a desirable destination image, constructing better facilities, and other infrastructure, as well as promoting community development and sustainability. Okay, this is the terminology and definition. The terms online social media, Web 2.0, and online social networks are often used intentionally, increasing the growing confusion surrounding these concepts. Kaplan and Haley in 2010 defined Web 2.0 as a predecessor to social media rather than a synonym. And conducting a new study of marketing attacks, it is first necessary to identify what makes communication via online social media unique versus traditional face-to-face communication. Users enjoy one-to-many interaction and link to each other in a unique context. Examples such as Facebook, Twitter allow users to openly declare virtual bonds between themselves and their friends, family, colleagues, and stay in touch with less effort than traditional means of communication. Okay, social media use in Malaysia. All Malaysian states have been experiencing a significant rise in internet usage, even if unevenly across the country. Overall, internet usage amongst individuals of Malaysia increased from 57% in 2013 to 71%, 71.1% in 2015. In a 2016 survey conducted by the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission, MCMC, 96.5% of internet users surveyed own at least a Facebook account, and 53.8% of the internet users access Facebook on a daily basis. Um, this is how social capital theory apply on social media effectiveness in volunteer organizations. Allison, 2007, defined social capital as one's ability to stay connected with members of a previously inhabited community, while Coleman, 1998, defined it as the resources accumulated through the relationship among people. People have several motives for volunteering, but social media introduce people to new ideas and raise awareness of shared experiences. A volunteer needs platform to challenge their role within an organization, encourage social interaction, and receive some sense of support. Moreover, the power of social media to promote volunteerism is another example of how social capital may uh, be built by volunteerism and result in greater levels of volunteerism. Either way, it has been argued that increased social capital is positively associated with volunteering. More importantly, Facebook use can lead to increased maintained social capital, which suggests that Facebook use should be positively associated with volunteering. Okay, lastly, conclusion future agenda. This study gives managers a benchmarks to understand why certain initiatives in social media may work better than others, depending on the reasons why their volunteers participate. When volunteer organizations reach people with social media that match their motives, people should be more inclined to continue volunteering. So results of this study lay the foundation for future research on volunteer organizations' social media use. To date, this type of investigation has not been conducted with any great depth, particularly in understanding how volunteer organizations perceive the role of online social media within the organization structure, how volunteer organizations use online social media for recruitment and retention of, um, of volunteers, and how online social media impact volunteers' desire to join and remain with the organization. So the focus of the current study was exclusively on the main body of literature of social media in the marketing context, while it was ignored large parts of studies um, that have conducted over different areas such as education, political, social, cultural environment. Uh, Thus, it could be worth considering these studies conducted over different areas by future studies. Future research should investigate whether this model can be applied to for-profit companies that experience high turnover, such as call centers. So volunteer organizations can use the results presented in this study to encourage volunteers to continue serving the common good. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you so much. Have a good day.